Well, I like those decorations.
Welcome back to Politics for People. I'm Jimmy Fremgen. Before we get started on this week's video, I want to thank Brittany Peterson for signing up to support me on Patreon. She is my first super supporter on Patreon. Big thanks to you, Brittany, for helping make these videos possible. Something different, but kind of the same today. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how government affects you. And today, we're out on a bike ride. We're headed over to get some ice cream. And I was thinking about all the individual ways that I'm going to encounter government on the... I gotta hit a speed bump. Speaking of local government, speed bumps. All the different ways that I'm going to encounter government on my ride. And why the most important thing and the most impactful thing that you can do for yourself in your daily life is vote in local elections. So the first thing to know is that local officials are by definition the closest you're going to get to a direct representative in your community. In every other example, whether it's president, Congress, governor, a lot of the time there's a pretty good chance that the person you voted for doesn't actually live where you live. If you have a problem with a speed bump, a stop sign, there's a pretty good chance that you can get it addressed by talking to your city council member if they're any good. You're not likely to see that kind of reaction and response time from your federal officials. It's just the nature of the system. We also talked a few weeks ago about direct democracy and how things get onto your ballot. State measures, like the ones we've been discussing, also make an appearance on the local ballot in the form of local measures. Here in Sacramento, we've got three. We've got Measure A, B, and C. Measure A deals with the structure of how our government in the city is run. Measure B is fairly non-controversial, and Measure C deals with rent control. And all of those things are put on the ballot because enough people in the city of Sacramento signed a thing saying that they wanted to have their voice heard, and or the city council put it there, like in the case of Measure A. Hey, how's it going? But you don't have to go very far to get involved. If you want to change something in Congress, you have to go to DC, sometimes register as a lobbyist, figure out how to convince your elected officials and 400 others to vote on what you want them to vote on. If you want to get involved in local, all you have to do in a lot of cases is schedule a meeting. Call your council member, your school board member, whoever it is that has a touch on that issue, and get in front of them. It's literally their job. And because local elections are decided by such small numbers of voters, they're usually very, very happy to do it. Because it, in a lot of cases, is the only thing that's getting them reelected, is directly serving the people that hit them up for help. Another way to get involved? Just run. So whether it's figuring out that your street needs to be repaved, like this one, dealing with crime in your neighborhood, whatever the issue or issues might be that are bothering you, the fastest and most direct way to deal with it is to vote. In any case, I'm gonna go get some ice cream. I'll see you guys soon. Hey, thanks for watching Politics for People. As you know from every YouTube video on the planet, I want you to do two things right now. I want you to subscribe, and I want you to like the post. Thumbs up button. If you're feeling really generous, hit that little bell down there to get notified when I make new videos.